I appreciate Senator Liskey bringing forward this amendment. Many of us that understand and are involved in the recycling industry, especially through construction materials where there is a lot of copper that needs to be recycled, we talked about what was going to happen. I think as Senator Utke mentioned, his area, they're pretty close to the North Dakota border. It's pretty easy to go over there. Much of the problem that we talk about that was happening in Minneapolis and St. Paul, it's not very far over to Hudson, Wisconsin. Why are we seeing such a huge decrease in recycling in Minnesota? It's because people who are close to the border are just going across state lines to do the recycling, where they don't have to meet this. But I think the other question that we should be asking is the 414 permits or licenses that were given out, that was over $100,000 that's going to our agency to administer this, rather than going back into the pockets of the people who are recycling. Let's go after the people who are doing criminal acts to get the copper. Take care of that problem. But especially, for someone like myself with an electrical license, I'm exempted from this. My electrical license covers this. But there are a lot of people that do their own home remodeling. That copper pipe from their old houses, the copper wire, as Senator Howe said, if you're looking at that and thinking, I'm going to get $50 for recycling this, but it's going to cost me $250 to get this license from the state, why in the world would you do that? But as we expand this to the energy sector, we need copper for our energy future. We have to recycle as much as we can. We can't see it going into the garbage and into the landfills. We need to make sure recycling is a viable option for all of this copper to make it back into the system. Unfortunately, we fell short on making changes to it, so this amendment right now is the right thing to do. Let's stop this. Let's get people recycling. Let's readdress the problem that's out there. We already know that so many of these places are switching over to aluminum wire, just as plumbing has switched over to plastic. Industries will figure this out. We don't need to create more licenses that the state has to administer and make things so much more difficult for people. Vote yes on this amendment.